Whew. Sure was a long day, protecting that city and all. And then I had to go out of my way and catch that fierce creature by hand. Anyways, I think it's time I take a little break today. Ah, it's the spot. What? Who removed all my furniture? I must have done it one night when I was drunk doing construction. Whatever. I'll make it work. Where am I? This place is completely barren. There's nothing left. What is this thing following me? Holy sh! Let's start with the Whisper's unique table. First we have the Bellator Vestige, at a 1 in 512. This is used to make the Bellator ring. Unfortunately, it's not that expensive anymore. Secondly, we have the Siren Staff. This is used to make the Sleeper Axe. And we also have Verdus Mask, top and bottom. Its secondary uniques are going to be the Sirenic Tablet, Awakener's Orb, and Shadow Quartz. Shadow Quartz not very useful, but at least Awakener's Orb you can make some money from. Overall, Whisper has some pretty good drops that aren't on the unique table, as I'll be showing right here. You can make some pretty good money without uniques here. And also the pet, at a 1 in 2,000. Look at this thing. Who doesn't want their little own goth mommy? I'd let her step on me with spike boots. Let's get into the gear setups. Here you can see the max gear, with the Venator Bow swap to kill the souls, and a Curse Scepter spec weapon to lower its defense. You can either bring less or more restores depending on how well you've learned this boss. You will also need a Blackstone Fragment to enter the Shadow Realm when you do this boss. I'm going to be bringing Thralls, but when you're learning, it's a lot easier to just bring Ancients for Ice Barrage. Here's our budget gear setup. Full Arams, Occult, Barrow's Gloves, and a Trident. You can easily upgrade this to the 3 mil Trident of the Swamp, or if you have the money or have it already, you can do a Sing Staff as well for the healing, but healing usually isn't that necessary in this fight once you learn it. And then here we're going to have our free-to-play setup, and we're going to pray that it works. Now let's talk about how to get there. I'm going to put up on screen right here. This is going to be the 3 common ways to get there. To save time, I'm just going to show them here, and you can pause them if you need to. I figure if you've done Desert Treasure 2 to the point of getting to this boss, you'll probably know how to get back. Okay, now let's get into the mechanics of this boss. Whisper's going to have an auto attack. At the beginning of the fight, she will only use range or mage for all 3 projectiles. After one special attack has happened, she will use 2 of one style and then 1 of the other. And a good example of this would be mage range or range mage. After she uses all of her specials, she will alternate between both in one attack. So like range mage, mage. Once she becomes enraged, she will start with range, then switch styles every 2 attacks. After each regular attack, 4 shadows will surface 4 tiles from the player, converging on the tile they were on when they first appeared. Getting hit by this will deal 20 damage and drain 20% insanity, which is quite a lot, regardless of how many actually hit you. Initially, they'll confirm in an X formation, but after 2 special attacks, a cross formation will also be used. Both formations can be dodged every time by performing a L movement, which I'll be showing here. Now let's start with the Whisper's special attacks. Once the Whisper reaches 720 health, which is 80%, she'll perform a special attack. She will also have a special attack at 495 health and 270 health, which is 55% and 30% hit points. She will take 66% less damage from players' attacks during these specials. Thralls do not have the damage reduced though. Let's start with the first special here. Shadow Leeches. The Whisper will appear in the center and scatter these corrupted seeds around her. You must step on all the light green ones to stop the attack, which can only be seen in the Shadow Realm. Stepping in a dark green seed will deal 50 to 25 damage and will not restore sanity if the attack is cancelled. There's going to be 4 main different layouts for this, which I'll be putting up on screen now if you'd like to pause and look. But I'll also be explaining it better, and there's also some tile packs that basically work really well for doing this special. Her second special is going to be Soul Siphon. The Whisper is going to appear in the middle and summon 12 lost souls, and they begin to siphon energy from her. Your main goal in this special is to enter into the Shadow Realm and kill a specific set of souls here. If you don't have a Venator bow, the best one to do are normally the Sanitaz one. As long as you do that, you should be fine. It doesn't really do anything to you. But you have about roughly 10 seconds to kill as many as you can, but preferably just kill a Sanitaz one unless you have a Venator bow. If you are able to kill them all, it will heal you, give you prayer, and do damage to her, which is really good. The last special is the one I like to call the Pillar special. So what happens here, as you can see, she's going to teleport all the way to the back here. Pillars are going to pop up. What you need to do is enter the Shadow Realm. Once you enter the Shadow Realm, you'll be able to see the HP of every single pillar. You're going to start at the lowest HP pillar to the second lowest HP pillar to any of the full pillars. And as long as you follow each pillar from lowest to highest HP, you will be perfectly fine. So basically, you can stay in Shadow Realm with this and lose some sanity when you're learning. Once you have learned this, you will enter the Shadow Realm for a few seconds, memorize the HPs, leave the Shadow Realm, and then go from lowest to highest HP in 3 attacks, and then you have perfectly dodged this mechanic. And then once you've dealt with all these mechanics, she becomes enraged and will heal back for some of her HP. On this phase, she's constantly going to swap between each style every 2 attacks, and when you're learning, you can just run circles around her while damaging her, or you can do the L method, which I'll be showing here. Now that's all the mechanics explained. Let's get into a kill. Here's our max setup. I just woke up, guys, so expect these kills to not be that pretty. Budget setup. free-to-play setup. Unfortunately, with the free-to-play setup, once I get to enrage phase, my DPS lags so hard, I don't think it's possible, because I just go insane within like 40 seconds. So unfortunately, this one is a fail. All I would like to say, if you found this guide helpful, please like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. If there's any other guides or bosses you'd like me to do next, also leave a comment down below and just tell me which ones. I'm done with all the Desert Treasure 2 bosses, so now it's going to be moving forward. Is any other piece of content you guys want guides on, just let me know. Feel free to follow me on Twitch, and I appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.